All right, so there was just an update to the application for GBO. So I already know that, look, just know that if this is the Gista, I'm going to be the saddest person in GBO right now. And the reason why I say that is because I didn't get the Stark Jigen. I pulled a lot for the Stark Jigen. I think right now we are at just the pulls that I did off of recordings and stuff. We are at 44 beam sabers right now. The most recent one I got was the double Zeta large beam saber, and I have 0 tokens. I've pulled so much trying to get Stark Jigen, and I don't have it. So we're gonna see. I know that we probably will get a free 10 pull, but if it is Gista, I'm just gonna be hurt. I'm going to be crushed. So I'm mildly hoping it's not Gista, but I'm really hoping it is Gista because I finally wanted to be in the game, but I don't have any tokens, and that's where we're at right now. And the fact that it's taking like this long to come up is just not helping me. Oh, oh my god, here. Oh. Okay. Oh man. Look, you understand how okay I am right now. Oh, I was just hoping. I was just like, that looks cool. That look like there's a lot of missiles there. That looks really good. A very nice custom. Byarlant custom is now in the limited supply drop, so if you don't have it, please pull for it. There's the level 1 through 3, which is nice. So that means we might have a 700 now. I think I have the level 2. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. The 4 million downloads is still going on. The free consecutive 10 pull, so we should have a free 10 pull right now. It does say it includes some 4 stars, so let's hope that we might get something good. We're not gonna do it. We did did the free one last week, so we're not gonna do that. Still talking about Code Fairy. That's nice. Okay, so we do have a free. We're gonna look at that. Now let's, because the video is not up. It'll be edited in post where it'll show beforehand. But let's take a look at this because this is what, the 3rd or 4th full armor that they've introduced recently. So we have a cannon, a beam cannon, the missiles, a lot of missiles, double beam saber, or it might be on his arm. I don't hate it, but it does look like it only has a single swing. And the reason why I say it is that right there. That you would prioritize doing the heavy swing for it or not. I like that counter though. You're all those missiles you're putting out there. That would be really nice. All right, so before we do the pull, like always, we're gonna check out the shop.
This is crazy.
We're gonna check out the recycle counter.
I'll exchange just about anything for recycled tickets.
Nothing?
These are the current.
There's nothing for me. Okay, so let's look at the recycle counter right now. What's in there? Nice suit. Good suit. You don't have it, and it's not in the DP shop because we haven't looked at the DP shop yet. Good suit. If you can afford it and not feel bad, get that suit. What else? These are decent. I don't use them very often, but they are decent. So right now, just my opinion. Others will have a different one, but if you have enough, I would get this suit and only that suit right there. Because this one you should have bought with DP. Don't spend recycle tickets on that. All right, let's check the shop. Let's see if it's better on there. Oh, look at the Shiki is on there. If you don't have a Shiki, it's time. That Super Gundam needs some buffs before we start talking about Super Gundam. So we're not going to even look at that. But the Shiki, which there is the 600. But if you don't have a Shiki, it's time for you to get a Shiki. It is time. It looks like I already have that one. Again, as I said last week, get you a Mark II if you don't have one. It will do you right. Shikis will do you right as well. Zero or the Hyaku, either one of them will do you right. Go ahead and get that. That rifle, if you don't have it, get that rifle too. Shiki's rifle is really good. This rifle is good when it hits, but again, Super Gundam needs some love. So when you give Super Gundam some love, the rifle will be even better. So we have this, I don't have enough for that, but we have the powered GM3 powered full armor, the limited supply drop, the limited step up, which there was a free one if you did it last week. If you didn't do it last week, you should have a free one right now that you can do. The boosted is which is not free. We just checked that though. The boosted is with the super bonus. Suits that you don't have, your 11th will be one of those suits. The only one I'm looking first before I say that. Okay, there are 3 suits on there that I would want. The Regi's Custom, the O, I have not gotten an O yet. I don't understand how I don't have one. And then the HML Zeta Gundam. The Ifrit Snide, sorry if I said it wrong. I've just heard that the range on the melee is pretty bad, and I have a knocked, so we will just roll with the knock. Now, Katarina, come on now, listen. We had a bad week last week. We had a whole bad week. I think we spent we had 42 tokens when we started. I spent all the tokens trying to get to start Jeeking. And then every day we had 3 tokens. And then there was one day that we got 2 gold crates and there was 3 tokens a piece. That is 21 tokens. So total, we have spent 63 tokens and didn't get a start Jeeking. That's 2 10 pulls. And then we had the 2 free pulls. And we get no start Jeeking. My little sad 1 token that I got right there. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna pull out of this one right here. And we gonna keep this counter going too. So we're at 44 right now. So I've already prepared myself. It's already looking bad. Okay, it wasn't a beam saber. It's all right. You know what the worst one is? Is when they give you a gold crate and it's a beam saber. That's the worst. It's like, you don't need to give me that. And then they give it to you for a suit that you don't even have. That's even worse. Because you can't even use it. 45.
Yes, let's keep it going. Go, go, go.
46. They did it like it was a big deal. 46.
Yes, let's keep it going. Go, go, go.
47. Are we gonna hit 50 in this video? Wow.
Yes, let's keep it going.
it is a free pool, so
Yes, let's keep it going.
it's been nothing but weapons so far. Oh my god. This is the waste.
Go, go, go!
Am I being punished because I don't have any tokens? I'm being punished because I, didn't save tokens.
Yes, let's keep it going. Go, go, go! Yay! You're so lucky!
Am I though? I mean, yes, it's a suit. I a lower cost of a suit that I already have.
There it is!
But
Bonanza!
man. So we ended with 48 beam sabers, and let's look at that's all recycle tickets, except for one suit that we already have. But I will say this: it wasn't a Zssa, so I'm okay. I am fine with that.
Come again!
This may be a banner for me that I just save everything because I really wanted a Stark Jigen and I didn't get one. Orange face. Because he has an orange right there in the middle of his face. I'm sad I had to explain that. I wasn't trying to be, Well, that is I like that. You see that on my arm? I like that right there. Anyway, that's the update. Let's see if there's a suit that I haven't, shown off. Let's see if we can find something that we can do a little exhibition, not expedition, exhibition on, just to keep it going. So there actually has been, over the pulls that I did for the week, there have been 3 suits that I did get that I didn't have before. I did get the Gelgoog JN. I believe it's the JN. I got this today, actually. I've used it. It does take a little to get used to. It's another one of those where when you use this rifle, you are standing still. You stop moving immediately. So far, because it does have the scope, so you can tag people. And this weapon here, the tube missile, I continually forget that I have it. Like, I used it a couple times. I forgot that I had it. So I maybe just need to put it somewhere else where I would notice that it's there. It has precision analysis, which again, grants 3% if you've spotted the enemy. That's really nice. I like to keep my scope when you're in sniping mode, which is also very nice. I have not used that at all because I've not used this in space. I've only used it on the ground. And suits that have this, I love it because especially if you're on underground base right now, if someone's underwater and your teammates viewing them, like they can see them, then everyone else can see them, which is fantastic to see. And if you're underwater and you're hiding from everyone else, or you're an ad guy and your team is looking at people and someone has the link, then you can now see where everybody else is at, that they can see, so you can kind of plan what you're going to do and sneak around. I got out of that before. So you see like how I usually have my shortcuts. So the spot is on the top. I could move this to the other top. Maybe I would notice it better. But again, that's just, when you see the suit, you understand, because usually I'm not paying attention to that.
Making preparations for sorting. Ready to begin?
So the reason why I'm not thinking about it is because look at where the gun is. It's already in that arm. So I'm not really paying attention. Just to me, when I see that, I'm like, gun, ammo. That's just how my brain connected it. So I'm not thinking that it has it. You clearly see the cannon on the back. Clearly see the beam saber or the Nagata. You clearly see the Faust on the back right there. But this, even when you do this, it kind of looks the same. It's not the same now that you look at it though. It kind of looks the same. So I'm like, oh, shielding maybe. So I'm not really ever thinking about that, even though like, it's right there. All three don't stun, which is weird. But I've also seen them stun randomly as, somebody else had done damage to them. So it's not a weapon that you want to. I think maybe the other reason why I discount it is because it doesn't stun. Normally, think about the Jigen, not the Stark Jigen, but just the Jigen. When you hit all 3 or 4 missiles, like it stuns it. And as a support, you would think like, oh, this is gonna stun it. I've hit it 9 times and it still hasn't been staggered. And then also look at like we do a standard shot and it doesn't stagger it or anything like that. However, though, I mean, as you know, that's gonna stagger regardless. And then this is gonna stagger regardless. So that's what makes, this particular weapon here, I'm just like, you could change that just a little, because I'm not going to be going in to fight. I'm trying to stay away. Now I do have the whatever the part is that gives me better, like, a little bit of speed boost. I do have that on there. I put it on most of my sports because I really hate being super slow. Which also, look, this has one slash. So like you don't want to be in close range for this one. And then you let's look at a full charge, which takes a second. So that staggers. So you essentially only have 1 and 2 weapons that stagger. Now you get the additional damage when you spot someone. We'll wait to see when it comes back so I can show you the difference, because you get that little percentage of damage if someone is spotted. Alright, so we're going to spot them, and we're just going to standard shot. Okay, so we're going to wait for that to go away. Okay, so now it's gone. 2479. So just a little bit more damage. But it's enough that, think about your entire team on someone, you're going to want to do that. So like, let's look at the cannon. The cannon is 29. We'll get that link on them. 30. All right. So, it's noticeable that you want to have that on there. But I think this would be better if this, the 2 missiles stunned, or even if this stunned by itself. I think that would be way better. This would make the suit that much better. Also, I don't hate the suit. It's not a bad suit. Just a little opportunity there that can be done to buff it. In terms of ballistic, I am going to change this and put more into the reload. Because this here, let's reload this. We're dead. We're dead already. This here, we dead. Because if I run out of this, what is not stunning self, they ain't back yet. So if that was a real person, I'm dead at this point. That's the only thing that stuns. Takes forever. So I'm not saying it's a terrible suit. It does have an opportunity that it can be buffed on there though. But we'll see, we'll see how it goes as the game goes on. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching and checking it out. Good luck on your pulls. I hope they're insanely better than mine. Even though the masala is not a bad suit, I like it. You still want to start jigging. But with that, we're gonna say see y'all later on this one. Keep enjoying the game. Join the Blade Runners Discord if you haven't joined yet. If you want to find some people to play this game with, and we will see y'all in the next video. Hopefully with some tokens because we ain't got none.